What's going on, everybody? All right, I saw Scream 6 and I got some thoughts on it. Did I like it? Yes. Did I think it was stupid? Absolutely. I don't want to give too much away. I know the movie is still going strong on the weekend, but I'm going to try to get through this honest reaction without giving too many spoilers. And maybe you can see why I think this movie is dumb and maybe just not needed. Without giving them way too much, I hope let's get into it. So here we go. Let's go. All right, Scream 6. So everybody can tell from the gist of the story, from the trailer actually, that the story takes place in New York City. The Ghostface killers, demons. What I mean by demons is like the actions of the past. Follow the young ladies, Jenna Ortega's character, and her older sister. I don't know the woman's name that plays Sam. All the way to New York, and here we go again. Round 7 or 6, sorry, for the Scream slasher franchise. This movie is fun. It's good. I thought it was pretty decent. I don't want to bash it too much because, again, with these kind of movies, you already know what you're gonna get. It's a slasher movie. You're gonna get cool kills. You're gonna get pretty gruesome, graphics and things like that. So it was pretty cool from that aspect. The script, I think, needed a lot of help. there was some instances in there that I was just like, Jesus Christ, this is so badly written. I'm over the Mindy character, the character that just absolutely loves horror movies and diagnoses the whole situation that they're in. Over that, I kind of felt that they would have gone a different way in this story, but they really didn't. I hated that they killed off Dewey in part 5, but I guess to help the story it worked. I really missed Sydney's presence in this. They did mention her. They did say that she kind of fled. Oh crap, that's a spoiler, but oh well. Sorry, spoiler. They did mention that she had fled with her family to go, take safe place or whatever. So the only person there from the legacy was Gail Weathers, played by Courtney Cox. And I thought she was good, but this is my biggest thing, my biggest issue with these franchise movies that are going out into their 7th or 8th. I know, like, things like Halloween and another slasher basically like did this, right? They have like a billion, I'm over exaggerating, but a billion movies, dealing with the same slasher. But this one keeps on kind of repeating the same story, right? Like, it's somebody from the past. It's somebody that's linked to the Ghostface. How many times can you beat this dead horse, right? It to me is just kind of redundant. And I really liked in part 5 that they played a mental aspect to Samantha's character, that maybe there is this kind of inner demon that is festering within her and can come out. I really thought that they would have went that way for Scream 6. I thought the poor choice of who the killer was, and the story of how they got there was pretty shitty. But it was fun. Like, it was a good movie. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, how can I say like the movie was good and fun, but yet like just not like the story? I don't know. But there was I guess I don't know. Like, I guess I have to like kind of reevaluate how I have these honest reactions. But again, these are just honest reactions. I don't script this crap. What else? Yeah, okay, so there was a lot of instances, like I said earlier, in the writing that was just complete shit. Another spoiler at the end. And I literally said this out loud in theaters, and people laughed because I'm pretty fucking positive that they were thinking the exact same thing. At the very end, Jenna Ortega's character's love interest, right, gets stabbed like 30 times in the stomach, practically to the point where his guts can probably fall out, right? And then she's crying, oh boo-hoo, like Chad, right? And then Chad gets wheeled off in a gurney, and she's like, oh my god, right? She stops the fucking gurney from Homeboy. Like, Homeboy should be like bleeding out. Homeboy needs to be taken to the goddamn hospital for internal bleeding or something, you know? But she stops him, and they have to do that stupid core 4 thing, and I'm like, what is going? I'm like, I literally said out loud, girl, let this dude go to the hospital, fuck. And then people started laughing. Like, I didn't say it out loud to be an asshole or to like ruin anybody's experience in the theater. It just kind of came out because that's how frustrated I was with some of this writing. Like, there's these TikToks where it's what is that character from Scream 1 where she's in the theater? Oh my god, I love Scream 1 so much, and they parodied Scream. I'm sorry, not Scream. Scary Movie 1 was parodying Scream 1, and I don't remember. Anyways, whatever. She's in the theater. She's like, "Don't go in there," you know, and that's how I felt the whole time. I was like, why would you do that? Why would you go over there? Like, and then when they introduced Hayden Panettiere's character, what was her name? Kirby, again, another legacy character. I didn't like her in the first time that she kind of, you know, was here. I didn't like her in the second one. And in this instance, I thought, I you know, no offense to the young lady, I've never was really I never thought like her acting chops were up to snuff, but then again, this is a slasher movie, so I don't know what you can expect from a slasher movie. She's very fine in Heroes. I loved her in Heroes, but anything outside of that, like that I've seen in terms of big movie, that cheerleading movie that she did, when she played Kirby in Scream, I don't know what it is, but I don't. Outside of Remember the Titans, which is a pretty old movie that she did when she was probably like 7, I've never really been, you know, privy to. I just didn't really like her acting style, and to me it feels like very Disney Channel. I don't know if that makes any sense. Where like every time she acts, I kind of feel like there's gonna be an audio track of people clapping and laughing in the background. That's just me. And I apologize if that's offensive, but it's just my honest reaction. Anyways, I don't get her character in here. It was very much not needed in my opinion. It kind of just felt stale. I don't know. So with all these negative things that I'm saying about this movie, I do think you should go see it because it is fun. It is fun. And I think in the next couple of films like this, I kind of want to like have them take this in a different direction. I love the aspect of them exploring the idea that Sam has this festering demon in her created by her father Billy that started this whole thing, right? I love it. It's very, very interesting to see that like something, you know, mentally like that can be passed on. So I think that would be a great Scream 7 maybe. But then also as this movie was kind of playing out, I kind of was hoping that this is what the story was about. And let me give you my quick take on that. I thought the story was going to be about this fan base of Ghostface that were just carrying out these slashers, you know, killings, and the only way that they can live up to the Ghostface original is by killing the daughter of Billy, who started this whole franchise, right? And by doing that, they would essentially become the new Ghostface officially. So in my head, I thought that that's what the story was going to be about. But then here's the kicker: the real Ghostface comes back, and it's Stu that is being revealed at the end of the movie. And he actually goes and kills all the other Ghostface. So you're not having a slasher movie about, you know, somebody that is a fan that got killed in a previous movie that, you know, kind of, you know, leads into this movie. You're getting a Ghostface versus Ghostface movie, if that makes sense. I kind of wanted them to stay away from that whole aspect that they went down the road with this one, and I kind of wanted to show how narcissistic and how how much Ghostface really means to the characters, because everybody says that Stu is still alive, and I would have loved to seen that guy come back at the end. That would have been awesome. And and it kind of, you could have like actually played that could have led to different things, right? Like, what has Stu been doing this whole time? Stu could be making other films, right? He could be living a suburban life with a new family and all this, and he could, there's like many directions you could have taken that, but no, they went down this dumb road of I guess I don't want to give away, but I probably already did. But yeah, and I hope in Scream 7 and they go down that road, because it kind of started out that way with Sam's character being in therapy, right? And you kind of see her kind of like zone out a couple of times. But I really, really hope that they explore the mental aspect next one, and then it ends up Sam actually finally taking on the mask and becoming the new the new Ghostface, because that would be pretty cool. Yeah, that's just my honest reaction. I don't want to get it misconstrued. I did really like this movie. It was good. I just kind of worry, and this has been my biggest worry with these legacy franchises like Scream, Halloween, and all that stuff. We live in a day and age where kids honestly just don't give a shit. Right? We're talking about films that when I was a kid, I believe it was like 1997 or 1999 when that came out, right? And now, timeline wise, if this was today, 2023 was 1997, right? Or when Scream 1 came out, when this one came out, then Scream 1 would have came out in like the 70s for me, right? And that's the way I think about it nowadays, right? So like kids and not even just kids, like teenagers, maybe even like early 20-year-olds, do they even know about the original franchises? I mean, let me know in the comments if you do. If you do, that's awesome. But not only do they even know, do they even care, right? Like, do they even care to go backwards? And I get that there's an audience for this, but I also wondered like how much of this is wanted, and I only say that because this is really for my generation, I feel like, and because of nostalgia. But how long is this gonna go in terms of cinema? You know what I'm saying? And I kind of feel like they should probably invent like a new slasher, because back in the day you had Scream, you had I Know What You Did Last Summer as like the newer slashers, and those were pretty frightening. And these, like, you kind of cheer on for the slasher to get his kills. You kind of like, they're not like, horror is not what it used to be in the big cinema anymore, in my opinion. Like, I don't feel like we get scared. I feel like we kind of were like, yeah, like, when's the next kill? Awesome, cool, right? Whereas when I was watching this back in the day, you kind of got scared, like, holy crap, man, like, what if somebody called me on the phone, and all that stuff. So I kind of wish that they would stop doing these legacy projects, and not to say that they shouldn't, or I just wish that they would explore different things, because I think there's a lot of like indie stuff that is definitely a lot scarier, and especially when it comes to like slashers, I think that there's a lot that could be different, right? And that's just my honest reaction. So yeah, guys, I know this ran a little bit too long, but thank you so much for sticking with me on this one. I hope this makes sense, and I hope you go see this movie. It is fun. It's a total date night movie. Oh, and right quick before I sign off, another one of the things I really didn't like, and I thought was really funny, and I had to interrupt and say this, is the Scooby-Doo moment where they're like, oh, he's the killer, you're the killer, she's the killer, we're all killers. Yeah, that was very lame and funny to me. I've heard a lot of people down the aisles, like kind of like laughing. I was laughing at at it too. And that's another reason why I wish they would stay away from the whole going down the family line kind of thing. And then yeah, it kind of felt like I was watching 3 Spider-Man going like this, like so real quickly, another thing I thought was dumb, didn't like it. Carry on. Here we go. Oh god, it just bothers me, the writing in this. I thought it could have been better, but yeah, I'm sorry guys, but this is a good movie, and stay for the end credit. Or don't, or look it up. It's funny. It's a funny end credit. So yeah, with that being said guys, have a great rest of your weekend, and I hope to do another one of these next weekend. Actually, I'm gonna be doing Shazam, Gods of Fear, I believe it's called. Yeah, we'll do that next weekend. So keep an eye out on that. If you like videos like this, go ahead and give me a subscribe. And we'll catch you next weekend. Have a good one, guys. Later.